What's up, guys? Today I'm back with another episode of World Provinces. The first thing I'm going to be starting with is pretty much the Russian Empire trying to expand into Japan, which ends up backfiring pretty bad, and they ended up taking over these areas. Russia also makes a landing here, and Japan continues to push, taking over more of this island. Oh, and I finally fixed Korea pretty much. Now they're the Korean Republic instead of just South Korea. And I also changed up the flag a little bit because I didn't want to keep it as a South American flag. The Russians make good gains, taking more lands here, and taking back this island. Maybe they will do something, but Japan finally gets their troops in northern Japan up here on these two provinces and make a counterattack to get them off the island. And Russia takes this island over. So Russia takes this island from the Japanese, gets all the land that they conquered back, and Japan doesn't want to fight no more. Neither does Russia, so this is the peace deal. Russia now controls this island of Japan. Okay, so now we come over to Iraq. I have to change the name because I forgot to do it in the last episode. I ran out of time. And I will also be having Yemen unite with them as well. And I also changed the name of Egypt and pretty much a little bit about like the color of the nation, and now they're the Nile Confederation because they control a lot more of the Nile. And I actually was wanting to do something here. I wanted Egypt to expand their territory a little bit into Libya. I wanted them to take over Libya pretty much because they're a weak nation. There we go. And now we come over to Europe, where I was wanting to expand Russia more, and the European Union or NATO doesn't exist, so they honestly should probably expand into Europe some. So we'll be having them expand into the Balkans and what was left of Poland, Latvia, and Estonia. The Russians start an all-out invasion of Finland. Sweden ends up joining the war, helping to get some provinces out of them. Not much. Russia ends up taking the majority of the land, and now they've expanded a lot. So this is something I wanted to form. The nations of Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom form kind of like a new British Empire, but I called it the English Union, and Ireland got back Northern Ireland as well. But they also got a lot of land down here. They already had claims on it, and Australia and New Zealand both did. So they pretty much decided to claim a lot of the land. Down here, the North Americans haven't stated their claim on some of the territory as well. And also, just because I gave them King Edward Island down here, King Edward Point Island, and the Falkland Islands pretty much. Also, the creation of Argentinian, Chilean Commonwealth. Bolivia expanded down into these areas pretty much because of Bordigor, and Brazil also got this territory. But up here, a new nation, Burundia, ended up gaining independence from Peru, and now they're a lot smaller of a country, and the borders are a little different as well. But also, I'll give them the rest of the territory down here. Who is this right here? No, I'm not going to give them that. Okay. Also, The English Union bought some land off of the American Empire here. And the unification of Romania. Moldova finally decides to join, and this area of Russia decides that it also wants to join back into Romania. The formation of Greater Indonesia, and some nations already joined it, and they conquered East Timor down there. Their next target was Malaysia. They quickly pushed them off the island of Borneo as fast as they can. Indonesia conquers the rest of the land and gives some of the land to Thailand, and the formation of Greater India right here. They also have some plans to conquer some surrounding nations. And their nation is on its last leg. It is partitioned up by the three surrounding nations of India, China, and Thailand. Iran, trying to get some of its old land back, proclaims an alliance with Uzbekistan, and they began an attack to conquer this country of Turkmenistan. Iran quickly makes some good pushes, and then Uzbekistan, with a smaller, weaker military, does a decent amount. The nation is conquered quite quickly, though, and they also make plans to attack more nations. Both of them start a surprise attack on Afghanistan, and it goes very well, as when their two militaries are working together on the weakened country, it goes very well. They also take over Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan, I think. And both of them start planning to invade Pakistan. And more of the Uyghurs rebel from China as well, so they lose some territory up here. Iran swiftly pushes in first, declaring the war first, and then Uzbekistan moves their territory, their troops in as well. Well, as the Pakistanis were weakened, as they were also having border skirmishes with the Chinese and the Indians as well. The area is partitioned up by India, Uzbekistan, and Iran. Tibet gains independence and proclaims that they're an empire. Mali decides that it wants to fight Ivory Coast so they can finally get a coastline. The nation is swiftly invaded, and Nigeria and Cameroon unite because Cameroon pretty much didn't have a lot of population and Nigeria had a massive population, so Nigeria needed more land. And finally, Serbia regains their coastline by taking over little old Montenegro. And that's the end of this video. This is the final result of the map for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you to like and subscribe.